What's going on, you guys? So Dmitry Bivol has now vacated the WBC light heavyweight title. Now David Benavidez is the elevated champion. Reports per Dan Raphael have came out, saying that Bivol is going to be pursuing a third Beterbiev fight, and that fight's supposed to take place in October of this year. I mean, honestly, I'm kind of bummed out, and I think that's really unfortunate news because I was looking forward to a David Benavidez versus a Bivol fight. It kind of puts David Benavidez in a tough spot, man. I mean, you could argue that he's probably one of the most avoided fighters of all time. I mean, he's at 168. He has a title. He loses it on the scale, and then he loses it again for, popping dirty on a drug test. Not PEDs, but, a party drug. But in steps Canelo Alvarez, claims all the titles, has the luxury of being able to make the fights he wants, and happened to come in at a perfect time for when David Benavidez vacated. He wouldn't have went and unified or undisputed that whole division had David Benavidez been the champion. Like, he wouldn't have done that. But David Benavidez doesn't get a shot at 168, so he has to move up to 175. And as soon as he comes up to 175, he fights a solid dude, former champion, whose only loss was to Beterbiev, and Alexander Volstik. Alexander Volstik he's a tough dude, former Olympian, former champion, solid fighter, beats him convincingly. Then he fights David Morrell, another dude that he fought that Canelo avoided and ducked. So he's had two tough fights at 175. I think he was completely deserving of a title fight, of getting a shot at the undisputed. But here we are. Dmitry Bivol vacates the belt. Now, some people may have mixed feelings about this whole, situation because, yeah, he's going to be fighting a Beterbiev for a third time. So, I mean, is it a duck? Is it not a duck? I don't know. Me personally, I will say this, I'm not looking forward to a third fight. It'll probably be a good fight, but I've already seen him twice. And in my opinion, I thought Bivol won both fights. So, I mean, I'm bummed out that Benavidez doesn't get his opportunity. I mean, it would have been, something good to see, something new, something fresh. I mean, seeing a new face in there, a new face in the division, and then throw it in, getting into a title fight with one of those two dudes. I mean, this was talked about before the fight even took place, that the winner was supposed to fight Benavidez. And I guess the right thing happened. The guy got stripped of his title, but I mean, it doesn't mean anything because, or I can't say it doesn't mean anything. It just takes away, the whole situation, because now, yeah, Benavidez is a champion, but it's not the way that any of us wanted it to happen. We wanted him to become a champion at 175 by beating the champion. And I'm sure he's upset about this. I know a lot of boxing fans are going to be upset about this, but I mean, on the other hand, we're getting a third Bivol versus Beterbiev fight. So, I mean, I don't know. People are going to say it's possibly a duck, but on the other hand, Bivol has been represented by Turki Al-Sheikh in Riyadh season, and we know that Turki Al-Sheikh has had some issues with the WBC. Not 100% certain on what those issues may be, but we saw in the Canelo versus School press conference that Turki put away or pushed aside that WBC belt. So I don't know. Nothing's for certain. A lot of people have speculated whether this has something to do with the new league that Turki's coming out with Dana White, TKO Boxing, or maybe there's some personal vendetta that he has against Mauricio Sulaiman. I really don't know, and I don't think really anybody knows. A lot of people are going to speculate, but part of me wonders, does that have something to do with this fight not being made? Or is it, on the other hand, Samson Lukowicz, or whatever his name is, because I dropped a short not too long ago of him doing an interview with Fight Hub, and he's had nothing but bad things to say about making the Bivol versus Benavidez fight. Saying the fight's not going to happen. They're not going to Saudi. PBC has the money. So, I mean, I don't know. More I guess, business getting in the way of the fights that we want to see. But thus far, Turkey, you know, I think has proven, you know, that he's all for making the best fight the best. So, I mean, I would have a hard time believing that he's the reason this fight's not happening. He's already brought us so many great fights, you know, and many more great fights to come. So, I mean, part of me is not thinking that Turkey is really the reason for this. But I don't know. But we'll see how everything plays out, man. I'm riding with Bivol in a third fight. I believe he's going to win that fight. I mean, Beterbiev, you know, he's on the later part of his career. I mean, he's already 40 years old. And, you know, he's not a washed up 40. You know, but coming off back-to-back tough fights, who knows how he's going to come into the third fight. I mean, he very well could get old overnight. I mean, those type of fights take a lot out of you. So we'll see what happens, man. But let me know what you guys think. I mean, are you guys looking forward to a third fight between Bivol and Beterbiev, or would you have rather have seen the Bivol Benavidez fight? I mean, and do you guys think this is a duck or not? I'm not quite sure, honestly, but let me know what you guys think. You know, hate, like, comment, subscribe. Next time.